Hello and welcome. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, want to check out more, I invite you to subscribe and definitely give us a thumbs up. We try and come at you at least twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, sometimes a little bit more often, depending upon how often I push record. Always busy in the shop. I just don't always have the time to be able to record it and edit it for you. But I try and give you as much content as I possibly can. Today, I want to start off by giving you a little bit of the idea of the inspiration behind the project. So sometimes people are wondering about the ideas and what I do, and Lord knows I kind of try just about anything. I'm not good at everything, but it gives you an idea of how to be able to go about it, and I am fully open to you being awesome at it, even though I'm not. What I did see, I was kind of flipping through Pinterest as we, typically do, and I saw these little light bulbs that had been turned into terrariums, and just your regular little light bulbs. So that when I happen to be coming to the shop and I come in through the back, and one of my neighbors is an electrician, and he usually fills up a big trailer that he then hauls off to the dump, I saw the coolest light bulbs in there. And I thought, forget those dinky little light bulbs. I will turn these into little mini terrariums. Like, look at the shape on these guys. Look how cool these are. So they're awesome. So I rescued 3 of them, 2 this shape and 1 this cool shape. So I thought, okay, well, let me try and take it apart first. And of course, the pin that I found originally with the light bulb was just a picture. It didn't have instructions, and that doesn't help me, doesn't help you. So I started to take it apart. So I had to cut all this metal off, and I had to chip away to get this whole ceramic piece off. So very carefully with a screwdriver and a chisel and this anchored, did that only to discover this. So this, you can probably see that glass piece comes down in. So literally it stops there at that glass. I would now, it was scary enough doing the ceramic piece. I would now have to actually, gain access to the interior of this, I would have to chisel that away. I would have to ultimately try and get that glass to break away before I would break the exterior. I may still try it, but it started to get into, I'm a bit of a klutz, and the likelihood that I am going to be breaking glass and slashing my wrists is pretty high. So I started to think, well, I could do other fabulous things with these light bulbs that would not include the necessity to destroy them. But I still really like the light bulb terrarium idea. So imagine my surprise to then the next day, seriously, the next day I'm in the dollar store, and what do I find? These big light bulb lights. So it doesn't have the price tag anymore. I think they were $4. So not necessarily a dollar store, $4. And so they have this push button, and they've got the little metal light thing around it. So you see the little push. But that comes out, right? So it's got the little tag that you pull out, so the battery now has contact. This little spongy top pushes this button, turns on that light. I'm saving this for another project. But here's the cool thing. You could put it down into your garden, right? So here's the thing. We're gonna turn this into a little mini Oh, I'm gonna put the light back in. Okay, we're turning it into a little mini terrarium garden. And now I don't have the hassle of trying to chip away glass on the inside of these. And quite honestly, getting that metal ring off and the ceramic thing was no piece of cake either. So infinitely safer, and how cool. So literally from the dollar store, I have some little stones. And I just thought I'd put some stones there, just a little bit for drainage. And I get that ultimately, you know, when you put the lid on, it becomes self-sustaining and it should continue to just kind of water itself and you don't need drainage. But I just figured I would do that so that I didn't overwater or mess it up. So I've got a big thing of potting soil that I also got. So this is going to be quick, guys. So I also got this from the dollar store. And I'm just going to add a bunch of the soil. I'm just kind of cupping my hand there. And adding a bunch of the soil. Now, what I did do was I popped out and I bought a couple of little plants, potted plants, right? That said, oh, this would work in your terrarium. So I just wanted something that would be okay just hanging out in an enclosed spot. And I didn't know that, I figured not all plants could do that. Some, because there's going to be kind of a bit of a perpetual moisture in there. You know, some plants, their leaves need to be dryish, and so you need them to be able to withstand, I'm thinking, a bit of a moist environment. The other thing that you need is you need them to be small enough to get them in there. So to that end, one of the things that I did pick up from Amazon, and I'll put the link in the comments section in case you just want to pop on and pick it up for yourself if you don't have it at home, is I just picked up this little set of long tweezers, because when I get the plant in there, I need to be able to fit something down in that's long enough that would help me with the roots. And as much as I thought, oh, I could maybe use a dowel, that was assuming that the roots were kind of pointing in the direction that I needed them to, as opposed to hanging upward and how to be able to do it. So what I've got are two little kinds of plants with lots of roots on them that I'm then just going to kind of use my tweezers to stand upright, but keep pushing the roots down in. Because obviously I want those roots buried. So move that guy off to the side a little bit. And I have a different kind of plant, just with, it has lighter green leaves, just so that I have a little bit of contrast in there, I thought. Oh, sorry, there's a little bit of the root sticking up and I want it down. And maybe just one other little tiny piece. Now, the one thing about these plants for the terrariums is they have little root stems coming off in lots of different directions. So they kind of move around and do their own thing. Now, ultimately, you could drop in little figurines. So, you know, I was thinking, oh, it'd be cute. And I may add them in if I find them at an auction, you know, little ceramic trolls, or, you know, those old Wade tea little figures, ceramic figures, you know, anything like that would work. I'm gonna add a couple of stones. You just need to make sure that they're big enough to fit through. So let me drop a couple in, and then I'm gonna, I think 3 is the magic number. So I'm using light ones. I had some black ones, but they don't show up. It's like, so this bag of dark ones, dark soil, you don't see them. So kind of like, what's the point? So I'm just gonna kind of create just a little bit of a focal point in the center with the stones. And I may add some stuff. So let me see if this battery works. So you could just put the lid on now and seal it up. Well, okay, first we have to add some water. So I have a little bit of water here that I'm gonna just run down the sides. And what I don't want to do is start off by over-watering it, but in the beginning, I think I'll have to kind of monitor whether I need to add. And I'm not sure that this lid is 100% sealed. So you could add a little bit of plastic wrap or tin foil over the top and then seal it if you wanted it to be a perfect little ecosystem, right? Does light up. All right, so let me just so again, you could leave the fairy light out, you could put the fairy light in. I'm just thinking this is so quick and so stinking cute. And there's your little lit up fairy garden. I think this would be super sweet with kids, like calling it a fairy garden. Maybe drop in 1 or 2 of their favorite little toys or something. So, you know, if they're really into Legos, then you can have a couple of little Lego figures in there marching through all the greenery and then watching all of the greenery grow up the sides and kind of hide their little figure away. Or if they're into dinosaurs, you just need them to be able to be small enough to fit rather than cutting your dinosaur in half to do it. But look how cute those are. So very inexpensive, very quick to be able to do. So cute, so easy. Way easier than this would have been. I will find something else to do with these because they're so cool. I am open to you dropping some suggestions on what to do with. There are awesome light bulbs. And I'm gonna be checking out his dumpster container a lot more often if he's got some cool stuff like this. But drop in the comments if you got some cool ideas of things that if you had these, what would you be trying with them? And I'm open to giving it a go. But there we go. Cute little bedside terrarium with a light. How awesome. Okay, I bought 3 of these, so I'm gonna make 3. So I'm gonna carry on and make some more. But let me know what you think of this, guys. I wanted to share kind of the inspiration where I ended up. But, you know, it doesn't always have to be hard to be cute. Until next time, I'm Cindy Daychuk, Queen Bee Creations. Take care.